Okay, I believe we are at a point of me explaining the third aspect of the trinity of locations that we need to share, running theatrical mathematics equations together in each one of those trinity of aspects. And before I listened to your video, I heard a little bit of what you were saying, and you were informing me that the 9 witches is the aspect that you are most familiar with. So I am going to try to elaborate on that before you have the opportunity to let me know the familiarity that you're referring to. And I'm going to see if we already have the metaphor and analogy lined up without even knowing what each other already know, because this is the use of that other prototype. Because I first thought I was making this video as a continuation from last night just to yell at you because you're hurling me around like a rag doll. I didn't make the connection until this morning that when you're teasing in the wormhole using understanding your celestial anatomy so that you can create atmospheres outside of your physical proportion to interact with, and then taunting the dark fuckers, right? Because you're able to travel through the singularity system now, and I will give you more detail on that. That's not where I'm trying to go. Where I'm trying to go is when you're there and you're finding these rifts and you're pulling them out into the singularity for usage, and I'll get into that because this is where Ned and the GIMP come in, I believe. And I just picked up a little bit on where that 9 and what you said the GIMP was making you aware of. And I'm seeing how these pockets of energy outside of space-time, because now with outside of light, okay, I'm with you, us two, we're moving those usable balloons of extraordinary energy outside the fabric of space-time into the beyond the beginning, before the flash can occur. You know, absurdly, there would be no room, and there can be no absurdity within the universe, as the postulation of theatrical mathematics states, only unknown to us. But now we're big scope, and the technology on tachyonic level that you and I are using, I am understanding, is with the GIMP, you were taking pockets of energy and sticking them outside of time, outside of the patriarchal hierarchy of the Steve Prelwitz Martian, and as we came to know, simulation. And they couldn't touch that energy because it was outside the film in that time, in that frame. And then when Ned injects, right, Ned allows that energy post 2012, when we ended time, allowed those pockets of energy that were GIMP balloons to then be stashed beyond space-time, because time stopped, so you'd have to start using that energy, if not in contact with the Ned higher self of you. So you little squirrel stashing nuts. So the GIMP allowed you to stash outside the film of time of the Martian simulation. Ned allows you to take, it's not different energy, same energy, and transit, no transit, but the states of super hyper trans in order to vibrate beyond the frequency of the boundary so that you can then breach to a higher, to an outside atmosphere beyond your personal containment, right? So Ned and the GIMP were trans states, one to take the fake energy within the film and stash it in balloons outside of time, and knowing we were going to be ending time in 2012. That's one of the sacrifices you saw coming for yourself when we did Esther Monday, you know, where the darkness of the Masonic, Templar, conspiratorial, bohemian, Bilderberg machinery, you know, was supposed to bring the triad of myself, Steve Prelwitz, and Warren together to sacrifice you, you know, at that first moment, and use your energy that you had stashed outside of time. Sorry, I got a little dark there, but it just